Hi, and welcome to Crafty. A few more evolution crafts to go for this particular series, and the electric type Jolteon is getting covered in today's video. Here's a list of everything you'll need. For this particular craft I used 2mm Minky for the yellow fur to give it a more electric type look. The pattern is available for free for my DeviantArt and also my Pinterest. It's the second link in the description. The first thing you should do for the body is place the front legs on one body side so the tracing is showing and sew it on, leaving the top straight edge open. Repeat with the second body side. Once done, sew the back legs on using the same method, leaving the top edge open once again. Then take the middle body piece and align it so the point is at the back, and starting at the front of the neck hole, begin joining it onto one body side. At each curve, join it onto each leg hole. When you reach the end of the middle body tip, sew on the other body side to the middle body in the same way. Once both sides are joined, sew the top of the body together until you reach the start of the neck hole. Then flip the body upright and stuff it. For the tail, take 2 of the 4 smaller spikes and sew them around the point, leaving the straight edge open. After, flip it upright and stuff it. Repeat with the remaining 2 pieces. Do the same process with the medium-sized spikes. And lastly, the same with the 2 large spike pieces. Pin these to the back of the body so the larger spike is in the centre and it goes outwards in size order, and use an invisible stitch to join all of these on. For the mane, place two main pieces together, tracing side up, and begin sewing them together. Then, flip it upright and stuff it lightly, pushing the stuffing out to the points to prevent creases. Use an invisible stitch to close up the gap once done. Use pins to secure this over the neck hole of the body and use an invisible stitch to sew it on to close off the hole. For the head, put two back hair pieces together, tracing showing, and sew them together only along the most curved line. After that, take the face front and align one of the curved sides of the back head and the curved side of the face front, and starting from the neck hole of each one, sew them together until you reach the seam of the back head. Repeat this with the second face front. Once done, sew the remaining open edge of the face front pieces together, leaving the neck hole open. Use the neck hole to flip the head upright and stuff it. For the eyes, use a running or a back stitch to sew the eye glints onto the centre of each eyepiece. Pin the nose and eyes to the head and use a back stitch to join them onto the head. Take the top head spikes and place them together, tracing side up, and sew them together, leaving the bottom edges open. Once done, flip it upright and stuff it. Pin this to the centre of the top head and use an invisible stitch to join it. For the ears, take 2 opposing earpieces and use an inner ear pattern piece to trace on where you roughly want to place them. Then, use a running stitch to sew the inner ear pieces onto the finished side of the earpiece. Repeat with a second earpiece. Place an ear with an inner ear piece and an ear without so the tracing faces up, and sew them together leaving the straight edge open. After that, flip it upright and stuff it. Repeat the same with the second ear. Pin the ears on beside the head spikes and use an invisible stitch to sew them on. Place 2 of the 4 spikes together and sew them together around the spike, leaving the straight edge open. Then flip it upright. Repeat with the remaining 2 pieces. Pin these in front of each earpiece and use an invisible stitch to sew it on. Take 2 of the 4 head side spikes and sew them together, leaving the straight edge open. After that, flip it upright. Repeat with the last 2 pieces. Pin these on each side of the head and use an invisible stitch to sew them on. Do the same with the back ear spikes as you did with the side head spikes. Once they're all prepped, pin them behind the ears and use an invisible stitch to join them on once more. And finally, pin the head above the mane and begin sewing it on using an invisible stitch. Make sure the stitch reaches down to the body below evenly around the head to keep it secured down properly. And that is how you make a Jolteon plushie. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below on ideas like see you make next. And while you're at it, why don't you go check out my videos? I upload new videos every single week. Thanks for watching, bye!